run this forward and run it back to get it in there. So I come up with this slide button nut. It slides back and forth like this, so we can really
easy setup.
Faster
setup. Yeah.
Get to where you want. But there is a trade-off between speed and brute strength. This is a slide adjustment nut, so it basically has threads on the back side, and the spring pushes it up to engage it. And it says right under hand tighten only. So what this would be is a real fast setup for guys that just carry on their route and stuff. And how you use this one? This is a lateral tension one only. It doesn't do much spreading, but you would put that down and
you can show it on the car. Like where, how.
Well, these pins, you can interchange different tabs, and the idea with this pin was you can actually pull things together. And so I was the first one to start using that. And you can also helps when you glue it. What I like to do is put glue on both the tabs. And a little trick is, your glue doesn't come out very fast, and the temperature from here to here is going to vary. So I come back with a torch and heat them back up to the same, get them about the same temperature, and then stick it back on like that. And then you just hand tighten it a little bit, work it, or whatever you want to do. And people say, Ken, well, this bar is getting away. Yes, it does. So we come up with this sidewinder kit, where you can put this in here, like that. Put this pin. If you had that on both sides, now that's going to put your tab off to the side like that. So you have a little more working. And this comes.
So this is basically an add-on, because if you don't use it, when you want to tap down, this is in the way. If you use this, you have the dent here because it's going to spread from the side, not directly above the dent.
And another benefit of this, all lateral tension, what we call dive, when you put pressure on, the tabs will want to go like that. It's just physics that happens. So what happens with this is we're taking, this is going to dramatic, taking the bend this way, and it's going to bend this way now. So your pressure is going to go this way, so you're very unlikely to damage it with this on there, because we took the dive motion and took it sideways. So this bar will bend this way. Of course, I'm exaggerating. And this setup here is called the push-pull bar set, and it comes in an 18-inch. Okay. And then we went on to the spreader bar, because people are like, Ken, I want something where I can put a wrench on, an impact, and just actually spread something. So this thing here is a real heavy-duty spreader bar, and it takes these torque tabs are probably the most useful one to start out with, where you could use this straight up and down like this if you needed to, or what I like to do is lay it on the side, and then you can get lots of working room that way. We got all sorts of different tabs to go with this. This is just like a good starter set, so you can figure out what you're doing. And some unique things about this one is you can do like what I call an elevation change, because most cars just aren't flat. You've got some curvature to it.
Yes.
And this may actually, hit your panel. So you could probably do, let's say, one like this and one like this to get over a hump if you wanted to. Or you can do it one this way and one that way if you needed to. It's just very versatile. And these have thrust bearings in them. There's dual set here, and this has a hard nut here. So you want to put some oil in here every once in a while, because it is linear bearings in here. It keeps that running very smooth. So we got that, and then we got into the quarter power spreading. Y'all seen Bryce Kelly's videos where he's taking the quarter power and spreading things apart. But he actually helped us develop this. He gave us the idea, and we got it going on. But these two adapters have these little set screws. You would put them on the attachments of your quarter power, and they have this little shelf here that goes into what we call the Bigfoot tab. The Bigfoot. So this is a very versatile tab. You can see that goes in there like that. And the theory is when you got a lot of tension on something and you work it and that tension gets released all of a sudden, a lot of times it has a tendency just to fall out. But this little tab will keep that in there so it won't fall out on your panel on the floor. And you can actually use this tab with have a pull block, you can pull it over, and a little tow hook, you can put an attachment in there. So this is pretty handy little thing.